Are we ready to get this started?
We're gonna take on the world.
Welcome to Pickleball Night in America Live. We're coming to you from Dripping Springs, Texas.
We have received 2 backhand winners back-to-back.
Thomas Wilson is so fast.
Oh, DJ with the behind the back.
Welcome to Pickleball Night in America for tonight's special edition of Battle of the Ages. We've got an amazing lineup for you this evening, and we have the slightly more seasoned generation facing off against the younger generation, the young bucks and gals. And of course, this event is powered by DUPR. Here at Dreamland, DUPR is a universal scale that is genderless and ageless, which means it can power unique events like we have every week here at Dreamland. And let's actually hand it over to Lee Whitwell right now for the intros.
Welcome, everybody. Thank you for letting us invade your living room tonight. For those of you that came out tonight, we promise you a night of fun. It is the Battle of the Ages. There's some of them. Whoopsies. Some of these kids had their permission slip signed. They're going to stay out past their curfew, so hopefully we'll get them to bed at a decent hour. On the young ones team, let's introduce these players for you. We have a 16-year-old player from Minnesota who's never played another sport besides pickleball, but we won't hold it against her. She's probably the best known for her fiery commands on the court, and you'll probably see some of those tonight. Welcome, Ivy, I like cheese, Tschetter. Next up, we've got a 20-year-old from Michigan who's collegiate swimmer, who's also wicked smart as a computer as computer, insert Lee comment. Your internship may not last past today, depending on how you do. It's our newest DUPR intern, ladies and gentlemen, Cindy, born on a Wednesday, Sunday. Next up, we have a 17-year-old whose birthday was 3 days ago. He rode down the street just an hour away. He's a standout on the junior circuit and is new to the Pro Tour. Watch out for this guy's nasty backhand. Welcome, Wyatt I Can Drive Stone. Next up, we got a Cali boy. You're gonna see him on Saved by the Bell, the remix is Zach. He's a standout on the junior circuit, also plays a lot of doubles with Wyatt, and he's our highest rated DUPR athlete on the court tonight. Give it up for Hayden Patriquin. Ladies and gentlemen, they have a combined age of 69. I'll leave it there. All right. Welcoming last century's players. She is a former D1 tennis player. She loves the seniors. She's won everything there is to win. And hopefully tonight, bragging rights against the young ones. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for amazing senior pro athlete Eva Welsher. This next guy needs a little bit of an introduction. He's new to the state of Texas. In fact, he woke himself up with thunderstorms twice in the last 2 nights because his nickname is Thunder. He is a recent gold medalist at Tournament of Champions. He wears a glove. We call him Michael Jackson. Welcome, Richie Thunder Lopez. You may have seen this next guy at Battle of the Sexes. I've had the pleasure of gracing the court with him once or twice. He never let me hit a ball. Well, he let me serve once. He's an all-American tennis player. He's won 7 gold medals in the last 7 years. In the last year with 7 different partners, same thing. He was born last century. Ladies and gentlemen, one of my all-time favorite, Rick Witsken. And last but not least, wrapping up the seniors. She apparently is the greatest pair to walk the face of the earth. I did not write my intro, ladies and gentlemen. I am reading blind. I am looking forward to adding to the combined age of 209 to my wonderful last century team. Ladies and gentlemen, you got me. How's it going? All right, our first match for tonight is the ladies. We've got Ivy and Sydney taking on Ava and myself. We'll have a quick warm-up and we'll get going. Buckle up, ladies and gentlemen.
All right. So again, welcome everyone to Pickleball Night in America. I am so fired up to be here. Lee Whitwell just did a great job introducing our wonderful players for this evening. And I am joined tonight by another player in the house. This gentleman is 28 years old. He's a 5-0 player from Phoenix, Arizona, and he is on a unique mission. He's on a mission to go from never playing pickleball to going pro in under 12 months. So my man Kyle Kazuda, welcome to the show, my friend.
Clinton, thank you. I'm thrilled to be here, excited to watch pickleball tonight, to talk the game, to watch the game, and to hang out with you.
Awesome, awesome. And from what I understand, you were also the Okaloosa County Middle School 7th grade champion.
Shout out,
baby.
Shout out to my hometown. That's where my tennis background comes from. I still keep that trophy on my wall. It's probably why I don't have any friends. But I'm excited to be here. I'm excited about that trophy in that championship.
Awesome, awesome. So as the players warm up here, let's talk a little bit about rally scoring, okay? Now, for those of you who are not familiar with rally scoring is all about making it more interesting. I know you have some unique insights into rally scoring there, Kyle. We're going to talk about that in a sec. But just give a quick little cursory overview. Ultimately, this is a scoring system that keeps it really simple to play and really easy and fun to watch. And why that is because what you're going to find is the players stay on the same side of the court. So the left and the right side. As you can see here, we have Ava here on the left. We have Sydney on the right next to her, of course, warming up. But let's say they were teammates. If they were teammates, they would never switch sides throughout the entire game. So it's a lot faster, it's a lot more fun to watch, and especially if you're new to the game, the scoring system can sometimes be a little bit challenging. Now, another huge part about rally scoring is that even if you're receiving the ball, you can still score. So every point counts, right? So let's talk a little bit about that. Let's talk a little bit about the analysis here of rally scoring. There's a little bit more to it, and we'll come back to that in a sec. But tell me your thoughts on that, Kyle.
Yeah, that's a good explanation, Clinton. And obviously, we're going to get into it. And if you've never played pickleball, it's your first time, you're joining us, or you've never seen rally scoring in this context, you're going to get to see it in a moment. I think the number one thing, and actually I talked to Rick, who's going to be playing tonight, he said his number one takeaway with rally scoring is that every point matters. Because in a regular scoring system, you can serve it, and if you lose the point, you don't actually lose 8 points. But we're about to get started here. We'll talk more about that as we get going.
Awesome. Lee Whitwell is going to kick us off with Eva Welsher.
Who's rooting for the ladies? Youth versus other youth.
Great defense. Oh, great defense there. Kind of anticlimactic there at the end. And of course, Miss Lee Whitwell being funny on the court as usual.
Yeah, I love seeing these younger players coming out firing right off the bat.
Oh yeah, they're not scared. Little net love there, and she handled that quite well.
And one of the things you're going to notice is these players haven't played a lot together. In fact, Ivy and City have never played together, so they're just figuring each other out.
Oh yeah. Just couldn't make it over the net there, almost.
And I think expect to see some learning in these first few points from both sides as they're trying to figure each other out and their opponent out.
Absolutely. There's her signature. Come on, from Miss Ivy.
I love it. I love it. Lee's having it, but she's not having it at the same time. Ivy's a fiery player.
Oh, yeah.
Nice. I love Lee. You know, what Lee tried to do there was she tried to go for what's called an Ernie, where basically she jumps over the kitchen to the side. And even though she didn't get it, she made them think about what she was doing and threw them off a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Lee Whitwell, one of the best Ernie threats in the game. Oh, just missed that one, I think.
You really are seeing that, Clinton. They're feeling each other out in these points, and you're seeing some unforced errors that a lot of these players probably wouldn't often make, but just trying to figure out what's going to be the strategy they use throughout the game.
All right, now on your journey to pro here, you know, DUPR really has a huge role. We're going to talk a lot about DUPR tonight, and after this point, I'll share a little bit more about that. All right, put away there. You know, with DUPR, you're able to track your progress, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because, as you know, DUPR tracks your matches and really shows you in real time how you're doing against your competition and how you stack up. Just out there, actually quite a bit out there on that last shot, that block.
Yeah, which is really important, especially as an up-and-coming player. You want to know how you stack up against your competition at all times.
Right. Just out. All right. We've got a barn burner here. Ooh. What did you see on that, that dink there?
Well, right before the dink, I like how Ivy just tested Ava's hands a little bit. Ava has great resets. I think she just missed hit it on that one.
Yeah. There's Lee's patented defensive block there. She's so great at that.
Anticipating early, had her paddle up, ready to block it, won the point.
Yeah.
Wow, great angle. Great angle.
Two great angles.
Wow.
Oh, got her again there.
You know, it's one of the things about pickleball is Lee took two angles, moved her opponents left and right, and then they end up making an unforced error because of it. Really nice play by Lee.
Yeah, that was masterful. There's another come on there. Lee can defend 5-6 in a row, but when you get up over that, it's hard to keep on it.
Lee's smiling right now after that come on, but I know she's competitive and she wants to get one back here.
Oh, she does. Ooh, just missed there in the back end. What did Sydney say? I would have been there?
Sydney said I would have been there even if it went over.
She's ready.
You know, that's one of the things that Sydney and Ivy are figuring out as Sydney's a lefty, Ivy's a righty, who takes that middle ball, as that's often a confusing ball to figure out who takes.
100%.
Oh, that's a great shot.
Great shot. We need a come on counter, I think, Spencer. That's number 3, I believe. And she sounds very reminiscent of another young lady that we all know of on the circuit who's one of the top women with her come ons.
Oh, that was clever by Lee. That's one of the hardest things to do in pickleball is a ball coming at your face to not hit it, but to actually let it go as Lee did and let it go out for the point.
Especially right after blocking too, right in a row, masterfully like that. All right, we've got a side change here with the elder generation on top, 11-9. We've got a great match on hand. We have a very, very very comparable teams here, Kyle, right? With the team DUPR rating of 10.447 with Whitwell and Welsher going against 10.38 with Tschetter and Sonday. So very, very close. And we'll see how this turns out, but 11-9, what do you think? What do you take away from this first break? Are they settled in? Are they?
I think they've got it settled in. It's interesting to watch the styles. Sydney and Ivy, they're attacking a little bit more, whereas Eva and Lee are blocking a little bit more.
100%.
And right now it's working for them. They're up 11-9.
100%.
Let's see if they keep that same approach going forward.
Ooh, that looked like it caught the line. What do you think?
I'm waiting for
call
Lee's
it in?
reaction. It was hard to see from our angle.
Did she call it in? She didn't see it. Well, we'll find out here. All right. Side out. And again, on this rally scoring, you score on the defense as well as the offense.
Nice.
There's number 4.
Yeah.
So leads can disappear in rally scoring, Kyle. Leads can disappear in a heartbeat.
Quickly.
You'll see that. You'll see that tonight.
Which is much different than a regular scoring format where you could stay at 0-0 for a long time or 2-0 for a long time just based on how the scoring works. That's what makes this unique.
Nice angle there.
So what you just saw right there was Sydney and Ivy they got caught back, whereas Lee and Ava were up at the kitchen, which meant they had the advantage. And
Right.
so they were forcing Sydney and Ivy to hit good drops. They couldn't quite get it down, and they put it away.
Nice put away there by Ivy. I have to say, with all the firepower on this younger side, I was kind of surprised to see at the break they were down 2. Now, obviously, we're tied up 12-12 now, so we'll see where this takes us.
All right, there's a good example, right? You have a lefty and a righty playing together, which is really advantageous in a lot of ways. But there was a time where communication is really important. They actually hit paddles as they both went for the middle ball.
Perhaps a little impatient on that last shot. She's been pretty on so far, though. It's interesting. We have a lefty-righty combo on both sides here, which you don't usually see.
You don't. It makes it exciting. It's a different look, especially a lefty-righty going against lefty-righty. They don't typically see that from each other either.
Right. That's part of the beauty of these events here we're having at Dreamland and same thing with Major League Pickleball. You see a lot of teams that you wouldn't normally see play together.
Great lob. Great lob.
And another miscommunication back here I think I just saw.
That's a lob. That shot is coming into the game more. Catch them off guard, hit it over the top, get them back onto the baseline, you put them into a tough situation. They hit it into the net. You see Lee and Ava win that point. Gosh, great return. That's an underrated part of the game. If you can return the ball deep, that puts the serving team at a pretty high pressure. Shots actually hit a drop from way back, which Lee missed right there.
Let's talk about that real quick with rally scoring. One of the things Lee Whitwell says a lot is the defensive team often scores more than the offensive team. So in other words, the team that's receiving the serve. Talk to us about that at the next break.
Yep. Well, it's actually what you just saw,
Perfect.
right? So there's a bit more pressure on the serving team because they have to either drop it or drive it in order to get to the net. And I'll finish that thought here in a moment.
Ooh, she touched it. Ooh. Yeah, so that last shot before, tell us about that.
Yeah.
We had a perfect example.
Yeah, well, let's see what she was commenting on that. Let's turn to this point right here.
Okay.
So you see Lee is going to already be up at the net, right? After Ava hits it, she comes up to the net, right? Now they're at the advantage being up to the net. They lost the point, but the probability would say the team on the defensive side is going to win more points because they're already at the net. The offensive team in this situation, Sydney serving, they have to work a little bit harder to get themselves up to the net to put them in an equal position. Ooh.
Great analysis. Ooh.
Lee says, that's my attempt of getting out of the way, which is funny because she didn't really move.
We got it.
17-17.
Ooh,
Wow.
Just caught the back corner.
Wow.
Another interesting thing, Kyle, about rally scoring is at 20. When the first team hits 20, their side goes back to regular scoring, and they have to win on the serve.
Okay, we're going to see that here in a few moments.
We will.
Out ball. So you really see Ivy and Sydney, they're driving a lot of their third shots. And if you're watching pickleball here for the first time, a drive is basically you hit the ball hard from the baseline. So they're choosing and opting to do that more than dropping the ball. Great blocks by Lee. Great blocks.
Ooh. Great placement there by Lee cross court. They're getting fired up over there.
I love Ava's passion there. Great shot by Lee. They won that point.
Now if they score a point here, they go back to regular scoring and have to win on the serve. Ooh, Lee wants that one back, doesn't she?
That's an example of being close to winning the game. Getting excited, putting a little extra on it. She just missed it long. She knows it too.
And now it's tied up because we're in rally scoring.
Yeah, you can come back quick. You can get back in games quick.
DUPR has Lee and Eva at 53% win probability, so let's see what happens.
Both teams remaining patient right until that moment.
Yep.
And that's one of the things that players are always navigating. When do I attack? I think Ivy may have sped that one up a little too soon and paid the price for it.
Game point.
Great blocks. These resets. Another great. Oh.
Ooh. Just missed it. Wow. So again, we're back to 2020. Anybody's ball game here. Now everybody is off of rally scoring. Traditional scoring is back. We have to win on the serve.
Again, another situation at a critical moment. Ball went middle. You have a lefty and a righty who are both used to taking that when they play with somebody who has the same strong hand as them. They had a little miscommunication, miss it to the bottom of the net. Nice blocks.
My wife and I, Kyle, are in an RV traveling the U.S. playing pickleball all around the U.S. And one of the things that they say on the rec courts all the time is down the middle, solve the riddle.
Down the middle, solve the riddle.
Yep. Creates a lot of confusion.
Wow. Oh, my. Oh, come on.
Amazing.
Look at this point. Back to patience. Come on.
Wow. We need a shot count on this. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, my goodness gracious.
Wow.
Wow.
That was amazing.
I mean, we saw so many things there. We saw speed
Look
ups
at the
and
crowd
resets.
standing up over there.
For that rally, come
Steve
on.
Coon
Now
standing
the
up.
shot.
Everybody, so you got a standing ovation on that shot.
Point of the match so far at one of the most important times thus far.
100%.
We saw everything. We saw speed ups in that point. We saw resets.
And no point scored
And no point scored.
because we're back to traditional scoring. Ooh. She called out. Lee called out. Okay, side out.
Guy Lee called the first ball out.
All right. 2021.
Ooh. So really, really smart play there by Sydney. She went at Ava's right shoulder, and it caused Ava to have to call it a chicken wing. Caused her to get in an awkward position, ends up hitting the ball into the net. Lee wants this.
All right.
Come on, this is so good, Clinton.
This is the
so
best
good.
match we've seen in a long time. All right, let's see if they can tie it up. There's that third shot you said.
Yep.
That it's arguably the hardest shot in pickleball.
It's tricky.
21-20.
Is this game point? Ooh. I got another life.
He wants that one back so bad.
She does.
If you've played pickleball before and you missed it, it hits the tape. You want that one back. Wow, great pickup.
Oh, Ivy wanted to make sure that one was not coming back. Great angle. How hard is it to hit those angles sometimes and not hit it out?
It's hard. It's tricky, and at times you got to assess the risk. Do I go for the angle based on what's the score? She went for it. It paid off in this situation.
Another game point. Wow, that was an amazing match. The youngsters take it. Tschetter and Sonday, 22-20.
Wow. And you know, at the beginning, we talked about how they hadn't played together before, and they had to learn each other a little bit, and we saw at the very end, they figured each other out as partners, they figured each other out as opponents, and all of a sudden you saw some really, really incredible pickleball there at the end.
Absolutely. It's like Leah's going to go on the mic here.
All right, we got the winning team right here with a combined age of 12.
She just said a combined age of 12.
How was it like beating up on old people?
It was a good experience.
You do it again?
For sure.
You're fired. No, congratulations. What was your game plan coming out today?
We kind of just wanted to keep it to your guys' backhands. We know you're pretty powerful and kind of tough to beat on the forehands, so we wanted to keep it there.
Awesome. Well, congratulations, ladies. Young ones are up 1-0. Let's see if the guys can deliver. Congratulations.
All right, so we had an amazing match there. And if those of you who are just joining us, this event, Pickleball Night in America, is brought to you by DUPR. DUPR is a universal scale that is genderless and ageless, which means it can power unique events like we have here tonight. And DUPR is built for the pickleball community. A forward-thinking, inclusive community deserves a rating to match. And with DUPR, all players, regardless of their age, gender, location, or skill, are rated on the same scale between 2 and 8. Again, my name is Clinton Young, and I am here with Kyle.
Love that first match. Well, I'm excited for the second match, Clinton. That was awesome. That was awesome.
All right, so now we have Mr. Rick Witsken and Rich Thunder Lopez, one of the coolest nicknames in pickleball, going against Mr. Wyatt Stone and Hayden Patriquin. We have a huge win probability here for the affectionately mentioned the dependents versus the depends. That's kind of funny. 87%. What do you think?
I'm excited to see this. You know what? These are two accomplished players on both sides of the court. A lot of medals won on each side. It's gonna be interesting to see what type of styles they play against each other. You know, Hayden and Wyatt play a lot of tournaments together, and so they're aggressive. They're really skilled. I'm excited to see what they do coming out of the gate.
Yeah, two of the best young players in the game, both just recently entering the Pro Tour, hugely accomplished on the junior circuit. And so we've got some young bucks here coming against the wisdom of Mr. Rick Witsken. Lee mentioned in the intros that he literally has had 7 gold medals in the last year with 7 different partners. Now, being a high-level player yourself, Kyle, how hard is that to have 7 different partners in a year and come away with gold 7 times?
It's so hard. Everybody has a different personality, which does play a big part of it. And everybody plays with a little bit of a different style. So it requires a lot of conversation up front of how we're going to play, of who's going to take what ball. Are we going to be aggressive? Are we going to play laid back? And then it depends on how you play against all your opponents that you face in those specific tournaments. So it's really difficult. If you've ever played with somebody brand new at the park, you know that. If you've ever played with somebody brand new in a tournament, you know that. So that's really, really impressive. I'm excited to see what he does out here tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. And of course, we have Rich Thunder Lopez. I need to talk to him. Do you know anything about Thunder? The actual name Thunder? Because I'm curious about that nickname. I didn't get that info.
I think this is what's going to happen. We're going to know when we see Thunder.
Yes, I
and
think
then
so.
We'll call it out. Yeah, great question.
I think so. All right. Rich is out of Northern Texas, and his most recent accomplishment is Tournament of Champions gold medal. So let's see how they do here against the Young Bucks. Wyatt Stone to kick us off. All right, there's that pesky third shot that you said. One of the most challenging shots in pickleball.
Especially as a first shot in the game.
Ooh.
And I think that's the Thunder we're seeing there.
Nice. He's just getting warmed up. Hayden's just getting warmed up.
Oh, yeah.
I love Rick's animation.
I mean, what an impressive pickup there. I mean, he had his paddle down. He reset the ball. He saved them into the point. And
Beautiful.
they got themselves back into it.
Oh, great choice there. Great choice. You're going to notice a lot of noise coming out of Rick tonight. He is a very animated player, and he's amazing, as we've talked about.
I love Rick checking out his partner Rich as he stumbled on the side of the court.
Oh, yeah.
It's fun.
It's that third shot again. Hayden is getting that worked out. Another thing you're going to notice about these young guys is they both have amazing backhands. The net, especially.
There it is right there.
Yep.
You know, it's interesting to watch players with one-handed backhands, two-handed backhands, and there's so many different styles in the game. You're seeing these two guys use really, really strong one-handed backhands on their volleys.
There's an example right there.
4-3.
Wow. Rick wanted to let that one go, but he couldn't get out of the way.
Great hands there, as you see on this replay.
Yeah.
You saw him go two-handed backhand there and rip one right back. Great shot there by Wyatt.
Some great hands battles so far.
5-3.
Good put away there.
You know, one thing you're seeing a lot of, we'll see in this replay right here, is they're starting to move these guys around, Hayden and Wyatt are, and they're able to get some points off of it. Rich there couldn't quite get his paddle out of the way, making a joke about it. It's good fun.
I'll tell you what, this is definitely playing out with the DUPR prediction of 87% winning percentage, predictability for the young Bucks here. We'll see how it continues.
Especially in rally scoring,
yeah,
as
leads
you
can
mentioned
evaporate
earlier.
quickly.
4-8.
We see a net ball. You know, my question, Clinton, is anybody actually sorry when that happens? Everyone says sorry.
I don't think so. It's a big sorry, not sorry.
All right, 9-4.
You know, that's actually a question I have as a rec player talking to you, you know, a more established player. Why do people always say sorry? Like, I get it. If you hit someone in the face, yeah, say sorry. But talk to us about that in a sec. Oh, wow. There's Thunder. There's Thunder. That misdirection. Wyatt's laughing it off there.
Now you're going to see is that Wyatt tried to cheat over here.
He did.
And he got burned.
He got totally burned.
Veteran play.
Great play by, look at him, and he knows it. All right, he's still down 5-10, however. So let's see where this goes. Great placement there by Wyatt. I think Rick's joking with the out call. All right, so we have a change of sides there with Stone and Patriquin with a commanding lead of 11-5. Again, that lead can disappear quickly, but they are definitely putting on a show, aren't they, Kyle?
Yeah, it's fun to watch the styles change, even from the women's game to the men's game here, and like how aggressive Hayden and Wyatt have been off the bat. They're going at them, and they're winning points because of it.
Yes, they are, absolutely. All right, let's see if Rich and Rick can battle back here in the second half of this game to 21.
They're not new to the game. They're going to talk right now. They're going to make some adjustments, especially on this switch over. Let's see what they do different here.
Just missed. So you'll notice that Rick and Rich switch sides. And they did that at the break. In rally scoring, you are staying on the same side of the court for the whole match unless there is a timeout or at the break and you tell the ref you want to switch. We're trying something a little new here.
Wants that one back. If you're a new player, work on third shot drops. It's how you get up to the net. It's how you stay in more points. You'll win more points if you can have a really, really good third shot drop. See one right there.
Great put away there by Wyatt. Ooh. Hayden wants that one back.
Great lob. You saw it twice there, 2 lobs. It really changes the complexion of the point. And the truth is, Hayden and Wyatt, they're actually not that tall, so it worked out well for them.
It did. I don't know about you, but I've noticed a resurgence of the lob, or an emergence, I should say, of the lob in the Pro Tour in the last 12 months or so.
Yeah, especially if you want to watch a player on YouTube, go watch Callan Dawson. He does it maybe more than anybody on the tour.
Correct, he does.
Oh,
Rick with a little hot dog in there. Not only was that a tweener, he lifted his leg completely up. Check this out. Oh, look at that.
And the no look.
The no look tweener. That was great. Fun to watch for the fans, for sure.
That's pickleball for you.
Yes.
You have an amazing shot or an amazing point, and all of a sudden you end up missing a third or a drive, and you just want it back so bad. Reset.
Oh, the unfortunate let or net.
You know, back to your earlier question, you said, why do people say sorry? I think it's a politeness thing.
Yeah.
Inside, though, I would be willing to bet most people aren't sorry at all. But they don't want to, I don't know, brag about a net ball.
Right. Yeah, there's nothing worse than somebody celebrating a net ball.
Unless it's with your friends, then
right.
by all means do it.
Of course. Wow. There's that backhand we were talking about from Wyatt Stone. You know, another amazing lobber. Oh, speaking of lob, Wyatt just not quite a traditional lobby, just really hit it up in the air from the baseline. But another great lobber in the game, Kyle, is A.J. Kohler.
Now, don't get me wrong now. A.J. Kohler will third shot lob like we just saw over here. And I got into a conversation with him about this just recently. He's the king of lobs. He loves lobs. I don't know if his partners always love the lob choices he makes. I do, though.
I watched them play. I think it was at the Masters. Wow. I'll tell you in a sec, actually. Wow.
Come on.
Oh, there you go. Rick's fired up. I actually watched AJ play with Callan at a tournament this past year, and it was Lob Fest.
You know, I think the truth is there really is good times for it.
Yeah.
When you're dinking, say you're on the right side and you're right across from a right-handed player. I'll give you this explanation in one moment here. Just out. If you're playing on the right side, you're dinking, you're across from a right-handed player, it's actually a pretty good shot to lob it over their left shoulder. That's a really challenging shot, especially against a smaller player. It works often. Give it a shot at your next rec game.
Just out. A little tweener just for good measure there by Wyatt Stone. It was out, though. Check this out. This is always a fun shot to watch the pros make. Yes, we have a game point here. Stone and Patriquin, third. We called that out,
Yeah.
so that is game. DUPR was spot on with this one, I have to say, and I stand corrected. It was 84%. DUPR is always updating as we play more matches and we enter in our matches into the DUPR rating system. You're continually changing your DUPR scores.
Wyatt.
So the
Congratulations,
correct
Hayden.
DUPR predictability was 84%.
How's it going? How did you feel out there?
Good. I mean, coming in with an 84% chance of winning, so the seniors are great, obviously, but me and Hayden.
Are you talking smack there, Hayden?
No.
Your mother's watching. I'll have a chat with her. No, congratulations. You guys played awesome. What was your game plan coming into tonight?
Just try to come out strong and make balls. Yeah, like Whitwell says, just make the balls. Make them in.
Oh, you're finally listening to me. Well, congratulations, guys. We'll see you up next in mixed.
All right, congratulations to Mr. Wyatt Stone and Hayden Patriquin, two of the most exciting players coming into the game of pickleball. We just had some amazing games here, didn't we?
Yeah, these games are great, and it's cool to see this rally scoring. It'll be interesting to see if rally scoring becomes more adopted around the game. And one of the things it'll do for a lot of new players coming in is it'll be easier to teach. Like
Yes.
If you've ever played pickleball with a new person, then you understand how hard it is to teach somebody. If you played for the first time, which we all have, it's also really difficult to learn for the first time. So I think as the sport continues to grow, it'll be interesting to see some of these different models implemented with the growth of the sport.
Yeah, you know, teaching a few clinics around the U.S., I've found that as well. Like the scoring is almost one of the hardest things to learn in pickleball, right?
It is, and it's like if you went back to when pickleball started, and if you started with rally scoring and then said, hey, let's introduce this new model, which is our current system of scoring, nobody would adopt that system because it's pretty complicated. And so I think it'll be interesting to see, again, just how it plays out with the growth of the sport.
Yeah, absolutely. Everybody stay tuned with us here at Pickleball Night in America. We have some of the mixed doubles matches coming up here. We've got great pickleball coming up, and we're going to go to commercial in just a moment here. Lee Whitwell walking by, having a great time. All the players and fans here at Dreamland in Dripping Springs having an amazing time at Pickleball Night in America. we have Mr. Wyatt Stone. I'll give you the intro in a sec here. All right, so we have Mr. Wyatt Stone and, of course, Eva Tschetter. Oh, great shot by Wyatt Stone. Going against Eva over there and Mr. Rich Lopez.
You know, one of the things I see a lot of new players try to do is hit the ball as hard as they can at all times. What you just saw Wyatt do right there is he just moved his opponents around a little bit, and that won him the point.
Good leave there. That, you know, talk to us about that. How hard is it to let those babies fly?
I mean, hard, but that ball was about 15 feet high, so if either one of them hit that, I was going to go after him.
Seriously.
Wyatt's ripping some balls early on here, getting aggressive.
Yeah, great serve by Eva. One of the things you mentioned earlier around the return is having a really deep return and how important that is. Well, it's also very important to have a really deep serve. Puts a lot of pressure on the other team.
Ooh, it landed in.
Catch the line.
Off the line.
You know, some of my coaches have told me the first 3 shots in the game are the most important 3 shots. Deep serve, deep return, solid third shot drop, and you have a pretty good percentage chance of winning that point.
I mean, think about the most common shots in the game, right? The serve is one of the most common shots. A third shot is one of the most common shots. A dinking is one of the most common shots.
Ernie attempt.
Aggressive play there from Wyatt.
Wow. Yes.
Went for the Ernie. Jumped back in, played the point. But so to finish my thought, think about the most common shots that happen in the game, and those are oftentimes the shots you want to be drilling and training the most, so when you get into games, you're ready for those. Come on.
So is what you're saying to the fans out there then it is those first 3 shots?
Yeah, I'd say those first 3 are really important. And then dinking, right? As you get into better and better games, you're going to have to work at your dinking.
Fast-moving game here. 4-7.
See that lob, we go for the tweener.
Oh, there we go. She's fired up.
Our come on counter's at 14 right now.
Oh, beautiful. Ooh, little come on of her own there by Eva across the way.
Eva thought it was going out. She ducked and just turned around, saw it land in the back. That's a tough one.
Ivy, yeah.
Or Ivy, excuse me.
Yeah. Ooh. Tell us about that shot.
Yeah,
the
so
ATP.
she went for the ATP, stands for around the post. If you've never seen that shot before, if you have, you know what I'm talking about, and you know how good it feels to hit. She just missed it. It is a legal shot for anybody new that's watching. You can hit the ball around the post. It just has to land in.
You do not have to go above the net. It could be 2 inches off the ground, right?
Correct.
I don't know if you noticed that reach in there. A lot of coaches talk about this bubble around you when you're up at that kitchen line. Talk to us about that in a sec. So what I was talking about there is, you know, Eva had missed that shot into the net, and she was leaning just a little bit outside of her quote-unquote bubble, right? That 1 or 2 feet right in front of her and around her, this half circle, if you will.
Yeah, when you're at the net, you make a decision. Do I take the ball out of the air or do I let it bounce? And oftentimes you might go for one that might be a little out of your reach, like we saw a couple points ago, miss it into the net.
Ooh, aggressive take there by Thunder. And we have a side out. We are at 11-8 here with the youngsters on top, Stone and Tschetter over Lopez and Welsher. Game to 21 rally scoring where every point counts. Again, this event is brought to you by DUPR. And we are having an amazing night of pickleball tonight here at Dreamland in Dripping Springs. Again, DUPR is the universal scale that is genderless and ageless, which means it can power unique events like we had it with this event and all the other events in the last several Tuesdays. Check out the graphic here. We've got the DUPR scores of all the players tonight. Again, Hayden Patriquin taking the top spot at 5.9. All these players are some of the best players here in the U.S. Just missed on that return there.
He wants that one back. He went for it. And aggressive. They call that an Ernie. If you're a newer player, what that is he's jumping over the kitchen, trying to attack a ball, and he went for a real strong angle there, just missed it.
And why that's important there, those Ernie shots, is because there's only 7 feet between the kitchen line, right, that non-volley zone line, and the net. And when you can make that distance smaller by jumping over it and hitting the ball closer to the net, it puts a lot more pressure on your teammates and gives them a lot less time to respond.
If you've watched before, you've seen Pickleball do it as much as possible. Tyler Loon's one that also goes for Ernies a lot.
Lee Whitwell as well here.
And they're all legal.
Lees are never legal. Great redirection there by Rich Thunder Lopez to get that ball down.
I made the comment. Sorry to cut you off. I made the comment earlier about how you got to work in your dinking, and we're not really seeing much dinking. They're being real aggressive out there.
They really are. That ball did not hit the ground. You're right.
Yeah.
Lots of volleys going on here.
12-13.
All right, it's 12-13. Got a match. Ivy going for the extreme angle there and just missed it.
13-13.
Okay, if you're just joining us again, we are using rally scoring tonight where every point counts. You can score whether you're serving or whether you're on defense. Makes the game a lot more fun, a lot more fast-paced and exciting, not only for the viewers, but also for the players. They have a really good time in this format here at Dreamland. Pickleball Night in America.
Oh, great drop. Great drop.
Great lob, great drop.
Yeah, 14. 14-15.
Rich missed that one low. Wants it back.
16-14.
Stone and Tschetter have a 76% win probability on this one. Right now they are up 17-14.
And that's the danger of the lob,
Yes.
right? So it can be a really effective shot, but if you miss it or you're playing against someone who can really leap, then you put yourself at a disadvantage in the point, and that's what happened there in Eva's lob.
18-14.
Yeah. Here's some great dinking patience. And then it speeds up.
You know, that was an interesting one because Ivy sped it up, and there's really only two places she can speed up, down the line or the middle. Ava recognized that. She slid to the middle, prepared her paddle, and ripped it right back for the winner. That was really good by Ava.
That's wisdom right there. Good analysis. You know, going back to the lob, I know we're seeing a lot of those in this game since we started talking about them. And what you'll find, I find some of the best lobbers disguise it really well. And they generally are going to do it when they're right up at the kitchen line, dinking, 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 and then boom, lob right over your head.
You make a good point. I think the best players in the world make all of their shots look, the foundation of the shot is the same. And then they go into a lob and it's disguised, or they go into a speed up and it's disguised. But it all starts the same, and that's what that deception really comes in and helps.
She wants that back there, doesn't she?
Yeah, great patience on both sides. They were both looking for a higher ball to attack. Ava took it. Ivy wants that one back. Great drop.
Great block by Rich there.
I mean, all four of those shots.
Yeah.
And a few days ago, I was talking to a top 5 player in the world currently, and one of the things she said was, if you want to become a pro, get really good at resetting the ball. It's one of the things pros can do that amateurs or even up to 5-0 level players can do sometimes, but not as consistently. How do you reset? How do you block over and over and over? That's what we just saw 2 points ago.
Yes.
There we go. You give yourself another opportunity, just like we saw Ava, right? If you're back, you're trying to work your way up. She blocks it. She gives herself another chance, and all of a sudden, Ivy makes a mistake. They end up winning the point.
Timeout, game point. Yeah, the reset really does allow you to get back up to that line where you have a higher percentage chance of getting a good shot.
Yeah.
Right? You said something really, I think, important for especially new players out there, but also all players, and that is that every shot, and you've heard this from various pros, you really start with the foundation of the same exact mechanics, the same exact shot, and then you disguise the other shots that you're going to do as an extension of that foundation. And I was talking also to some of the top players out there, and they were telling me, they said, you have to drill, and the best way to drill is every one of your dinks, get your feet in the right position so that you're literally taking the same shot every single time.
Yeah.
Same thing with third shots. Get your feet in the right position first, quiet your lower half so that every time you're taking that shot, it's the same shot. Think about getting repetitions. In anything, it's all about getting the reps.
Yeah.
But when you're getting your feet in the right spot, you're getting the same rep every time.
Yeah.
And it allows you to accumulate that experience much faster. It's the lob serve now. And it's working.
And
it just worked.
Game
over, baby. Look at that, 21-19. With the upset. Okay, Pickleball Night in America here, brought to you by DUPR. Hope you're having a great time joining us this evening. We have a lot more pickleball coming your way, so stay tuned. We're going to go to commercial. We'll be right back.
I'm going to say she's a solid 3.5.
Nah, she's definitely a 2.5.
Guys, look at that forehand. She's clearly a 3.0.
Guys, come on. I'm at least a 4.0.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Ratings don't have to be hard. DUPR, optimized for accuracy, optimized for fun. Download the app and claim your free profile today.
matter the type of player you are.
Junior, for now.
No matter where you're from.
אני מישראל, שלום.
No matter your gender,
No matter your age.
No matter what tour you play on or who you play with.
no matter what's in your bag or what paddle you use.
What matters is your love of the game.
Celebrating the sport.
And knowing your level so that you can keep pickleball fun and fair for everyone.
What matters is you.
What matters is you.
What matters is you.
Unify the game.
Download DUPR today to learn the power of you.
Know your level.
Know your game.
Imagine a world where being carbon neutral is as simple as swiping the right credit card. Introducing Carbon Zero, the only credit card that automatically calculates, offsets, and tracks your carbon footprint as you spend. With Carbon Zero, how you make purchases today is exactly how you protect tomorrow. Sign up for the Carbon Zero credit card and swipe your carbon footprint goodbye.
Welcome back to Pickleball Night in America, Battle of the Ages. We're ready to kick off here on our next mixed match.
I love it. You don't often see a grunt on a third shot or a reset. Love that from Rick.
With Rick, you do often see it. All right, so Hayden and Sydney have a 60% win probability here over Lee and Rick. Let's see how this plays out. Nice, and of course that's a DUPR win percentage probability of 60% for Hayden and Sydney over Lee and Rick. They're up 2-1. Great third shot there.
It was.
Hayden.
It dove in right over the net.
From deep, too. Huh? That was a
Deep.
hard one. That was not an easy third shot. Just out there.
You know, there's that deception thing from Sydney. They were dinking a few times back and forth, and then she noticed Lee didn't cover the middle, and she went for a middle shot. She just happened to miss it long.
Oh, wow.
No. Wow, come on, Lee.
Great presence there by Hayden to put it away in the far corner. Check this out. Lee misses the Ernie. Rick covers her. But Hayden Ernie's right back, huh?
Lee knew she was in the kitchen. She couldn't hit that ball.
Thank you all for joining us tonight and letting us invade your living room. Hopefully you're having a wonderful time watching some world-class pickleball like we are.
Oh, what a drop. And again, back to what we were talking about earlier, and if you're just joining us, the team that's receiving is typically at an advantageous position because, or excuse me, the team that's, I'll finish that thought in a moment. Just out.
Oh, the net took that right out.
Yeah, the team that's receiving is at an advantageous position because they're already one person up at the net and the second person is getting to the net. So it's forcing the team that's serving, they got to work their way up to the net. It's a little bit more challenging, which is why that third shot is so important. Good hands.
Good scoop there by Rick. Lee is doing a little self-talk there. They're having a good time, the players out here, as are the fans. There's that speed up you were talking about again.
And there it is, really. She only has 2 places that she can go. She can either go down the line or down the middle. And so Lee, if she would have had that back, I guess that she would have slid a little bit more over to the middle. She says, take that, little guy.
You know, Lee has been a great mentor to a lot of younger players, and since she became the MVP of Major League Pickleball Season 1, she's gotten a lot more notoriety, and, you know, that's really great for her because she's been able to help a lot of people.
Absolutely.
Including some of the people on the court tonight.
Hayden being one of them. I mean, he's small in stature, but man, is his game, it's big, it's huge. He's got big shots, he's a smart player.
Ginormous.
He's really fun to watch. Wow.
Oh, it was another ATP attempt. Did they just miss that?
It was just out.
Yep.
You know, it's a great angle that Lee took, but sometimes it gets to a place that's a little bit dangerous that allows for ATPs. So I think Lee got away with one there.
For the newbie players, what Kyle's talking about is the dinks when they're going really far across court like that, and it gives a huge bounce out of bounds. It really sets the other team up for that around the post shot. Ooh. That might have gone out. It might have dropped. You never know on some of those. It might have dropped right in the back corner.
If you've played pickleball, you've hit more than enough out balls.
Oh, yeah. Wow, that was powerful by Rick Witsken.
Come on, Rick.
Check this out. Great block. Great block. And then the put away.
I mean, did he even look at that ball?
He tried to do the no look again.
I love that.
He does the little head snap. Oh. Little sorry. Little net love there with Rick. He's having a good time.
He's having a good time.
All right, 9-9 rally scoring to 21. We switch sides at 11. Who's going to get there first?
Just out.
Just out.
10-9.
Just missed on that drop.
10-10.
All right, next point, we change sides.
Great angle. Great
wow. Angle. Little chest bump there by Team Depends.
That was an oldie but goodie.
And there we see the chest bump.
You know, I know we're having a good time, and there's a good shot there of Mr. Steve Kuhn, the leader of Dreamland and DUPR and Major League Pickleball, one of the visionaries here in the pickleball world. Really grateful for him and all that his team does here at Dreamland and the other companies, DUPR and Major League Pickleball. Speaking of Major League Pickleball, it is coming up June 3rd through the 5th here at Dreamland, so make sure you make your plans to get out here to Dripping Springs, Texas. And if you're not able to make it, make sure to get your plans made to watch it online. You do not want to miss that. It's going to be fire. So what do you think? What do you think, Kyle? Are you having a little chat here with Mr. Hayden Patriquin?
Hayden's over here chirping at me. Man, these guys and girls are fun to watch. This is so much fun to be here and just to have this event going on every Tuesday night. I mean, if you're like me and you're watching this, and you're probably a pickleball obsessed person, or someone said, hey, you need to watch this thing. I've only been playing for 6 months, but after I picked it up for the first time, I played every day since, and I think that's a lot of people's stories out there.
Yeah. How important is it to get to the break first? Talk to us about that after this. So what I mean by that is how important is it to get to the side change in the lead in a tournament setting after this point?
Yeah, I mean, it's a psychological thing. And you're going to get to, if you win the first game off in the tournament, you're going to be up 1-0 on the side change. Oh, great return from Lee. Great return from Lee. But yeah, and we'll see this return here. Watch real quick here. Watch how Lee anticipates middle. She expects the ball. Hits the winner.
Rick knew he was coming at him, but he couldn't get it back.
12-13.
Great backhand there by Lee Whitwell.
That's a tricky shot. The ball was low enough that it seems she maybe wouldn't speed it up, but high enough and she's skilled enough that she did speed it up and she created a point for herself.
Oh, Rick Witsken doing his best Neo from the Matrix on that one.
Oh, it's Mr. Anderson to you. Putting on a show. That was a great leave. He wanted that put away, but he had to do a lot to get out of the way of it. Really nice job.
Yeah, he showed great restraint on that one.
Even right there, you saw Sydney got pushed off the kitchen line a little bit, and so her dings are from a foot off the kitchen line, and that makes it a little bit more challenging, and she missed one there.
Oh, wow, Rick coming through. What a beautiful shot there. He's getting the crowd fired up. Check out Mr. Rick Witsken flying across the court here. He anticipated that.
High risk, high reward, Rick. Well played.
Like a mid-court Ernie. He just jumped up in the air.
There it is. Great shot.
Oh, wow. Great spot. Oh, great communication there. Do you hear that by Lee Whitwell? She said, leave it.
I think everybody out in the rest of the country heard that one.
I think so. You know what? I can appreciate that, though, from a teammate.
It's a great communication skill to call it because it is easy to hit it, and that's really helpful from a teammate. Whoa, there's a miscommunication right there. Middle ball.
Lee's having a good time with that one. You know, speaking of Rick went to the University of Alabama, was a two-time tennis All-American and a two-time Indiana State tennis champ. Showing off some skills tonight in the pickleball space. Called out on that one.
He's a great player. I mean, the tennis game is different than pickleball, especially in doubles. But obviously Rick transitioned a while ago very well.
16-18.
Of course, Rick has a very sad story about his brother passing away. He was a #1 ATP tennis player, Todd Witsken, and Rick's brand is Ripskin in honor of him. Rest in peace. He beat Jimmy Connors and John McEnroe, great player back in the day with tennis players. No, we're talking a lot about Rick, but we had some great conversations with him earlier. He actually also started teaching what he believes is one of the only middle school pickleball programs in the country, out at Zionsville Middle School in Indianapolis. Donated his time there to start that program. Wow, they took it. 21-17. Defied the odds there. All right, so now with the Depends team winning this, they force a Dream Breaker. Now, a Dream Breaker is something straight out of Major League Pickleball, and that is where we have a singles match. And that's, again, if they win this, then we're going to have a Dream Breaker where the singles, each team has a certain order that they've chosen in advance, and every player will play 4 points against the other team's player, and then when they get to those 4 points, they switch, and they keep switching through. So all 4 players generally get to play. This is where actually Lee Whitwell really became popular in Major League Pickleball Season 1, Kyle, where she was ripping forehands down the line and backhands down the line to the likes of beating people like Deckel Barr and some of the top names in the sport.
I'm trying to convince Lee Whitwell to go play singles all the time. She tells me that her body won't hold up, which is a common argument against singles as you get older, if you've ever played before. But at least so fun to watch. If you didn't see that last year, you have to go to YouTube and search it. It was a blast.
Yeah, Major League Pickleball is one of the, next to, of course, this evening and these fun events that we're having here. Major League Pickleball is kind of like a culmination of some of these great Pickleball Night in America events here at Dreamland, where Major League Pickleball is like, it's a big party, but at the same time, it is some world-class pickleball, baby.
Yeah, absolutely. This is so fun to watch. And I think it's cool to see the different formats. It's cool to see the different ages. It's cool to see different scoring systems within those formats. And the sport's growing. It'll continue to evolve like basketball has, or like tennis has, or like golf, like all these other sports. Pickleball is just in its infancy.
Absolutely. Fastest growing sport in the last 2 years in a row in America. And another huge thing about Major League Pickleball, much like Pickleball Night in America here at Dreamland, is that you see such unique matchups, which is so much fun. To see people that you would never normally see play together, and you get to see them play at things like Major League Pickleball. So we've got some more pickleball on tap here, world-class pickleball. We're just talking about what's going to happen next, and we will bring to you some exciting news here in a couple moments. All right, so we're going to play 4 points per player in this Dream Breaker. And we're going to play to 21, win by 2. Basically, you play 4 points per player, and then you rotate. So get ready, strap on your seatbelt, get ready for some really exciting pickleball and some people playing against each other that you probably have never seen. In fact, I don't think they've ever seen each other playing singles against each other. So we'll be back in just a moment here at Dreamland, Pickleball Night in America.
Are we ready to get this started? Welcome to Pickleball Night in America Live. We're coming to you from Dripping Springs, Texas. Tonight we present the Hat Draw Death Match.
What are you guys doing?
We're getting our DUPR tattoos.
You know it changes every match, right?
Oh,
DUPR, keeping tattoo removers in business by updating after every match. Download the app and claim your free profile today.
Can you change that 6 to an 8?
I sure can try.
Welcome back to Pickleball Night in America here at Dreamland. We've got the Battle of the Ages, and we have a Dream Breaker coming up for you next. If you're not familiar with the Dream Breaker, this was born out of Major League Pickleball last season, and it is where each team has a set order. We've got Team Depends, which I think is hilarious, the older generation, and of course the Dependents, the younger generation. Lee Whitwell is going to talk a little bit about how this baby's going to roll out.
For this century, we've got Hayden first, Sydney second, Wyatt third, and Ivy fourth. For last century, we've got Eva first, Rich second, Rick third, and Lee fourth. Players are going to play 4 consecutive points and then rotate through till one team gets to 21. My team, let's try not to get injured out there. This century, be nice.
This is one of the most exciting things in pickleball, ladies and gentlemen. We've got the Dream Breaker here
We
at
got
Pickleball Night in
107
America.
going up against 12 right now.
We've got 107, I think she's making up the numbers, but it's something like a ridiculous differential in ages between Team Dependents and Team Depends. And if you've never seen this before, you're in for a treat tonight. We've got Eva going up against Patrick for the first 4 points here. With a lob serve, she starts. And Hayden will have none of that. So now we will be rotating sides when they point. Great placement there.
The strategy is so much different in
yeah.
singles. I mean, number one, it requires a lot more running, and we're going to see Hayden probably move Eva a little bit here.
This is the first time that I've seen at Pickleball Night in America that we've gone to a Dream Breaker here at Dreamland. All right, well, Hayden made fast work there of Eva. He is the highest DUPR-rated player here tonight, so I can't say that was very surprising.
I mean, he's a competitor, Clint. I got to have a conversation with him about what he just did there.
Yes, we got to talk to him about some chivalry. He wasn't ready. Rich Thunder Lopez making a joke there that he was not ready. Oh, wow.
Really a good get there by Rich.
Yeah.
Great placement by Sydney. Misdirected a little bit with her eyes. Took it down the line for the winner.
Rich wants that one back for sure. Dependents are up. Commanding lead here, 7-0. There it is. Celebrating the net shot. They'll take it. Hey, they didn't get pickled. They might need Lee Whitwell. I have to say, Lady Gibraltar might have to work her magic here, and so will Rick Witsken.
Fired up. You know what Rich did a great job there is he took a ball right down the line, put himself in a great position to hit his next shot. And move her a bit, and he won the point.
Ooh, he wanted that one. All right, 8-1. Wow. Great two-handed backhand. That's another shot, Kyle, that you see a lot in the pro circuit. Talk to us about that. You've seen a lot of that?
Well, maybe no one does it better than Annalie Waters on the women's side, and mixed as well. But what a great backhand there by Wyatt. I mean, he ripped that thing cross court.
Good return there. Good deep return by Rick Witsken.
Yeah, that's probably the most important thing in singles is the serve needs to be deep, the return needs to be deep to give yourself really good opportunity in your third shot.
Oh, he was going for that coffin corner there, the back corner. Didn't quite get it. All right, we need Lee to work her magic.
All right, I'm making a prediction 2-2 with Lee.
Okay, here we go. I like that action. 2-2, here we go. She's got one.
See if she goes for a big serve here.
There's your 2. Wow, Lee is working her magic here. It's like she just left Major League Pickleball last week, ladies and gentlemen. She took all 4 points there, didn't she, Kyle?
I hope Lee doesn't watch this recording, and I didn't mean to disrespect you, Lee. I'm sorry. You took all 4 there. Great job.
That was impressive, I have to say. Ivy is a pretty phenomenal player.
Different approach there.
Yeah.
Eva hit a real soft serve. See the ball on the replay there. It was close.
Sometimes changing up the serve is one of the best things you can do so the other team is not in a rhythm. She did it again.
Same thing. Wow.
Wow.
Come on. Get fired up.
She is fired up. Check this out. Down the line.
Wow.
Oh, my goodness.
It's as good as it gets.
They want to win, and they're right back in it, ladies and gentlemen. 8-10. Oh. Hayden gets the cheapie. The tape ball. Sorry, not sorry. 11-8. And they're going to switch sides. Switch ends. Little minor break here while they switch ends. We've got Team Dependence up 11-8. Their Team DUPR rating is above the older generation, the Depends. So not surprised at the score here. Let's see how this plays out, Kyle.
Great shots. Great shots there by Eva.
Yeah, that was great.
Took one to the open court for the winner.
She really stepped up her game there in that second stint against one of the top young players in the game, Hayden Patriquin. All right, let's see if Rich Thunder Lopez can keep him afloat here. Oh, there's one. Out serve, that doesn't happen very often with the pros. She says she's tired. They're still having fun here tonight, as are we, and the fans online are loving the rally scoring. Thank you for your comments. Thank you for being engaged. Thank you for being here with us this evening. Of course, no rally scoring here with the singles, but we had fun with that earlier. Go ahead, Kyle.
Yeah, great leave there on the running forehand from Sydney. Good pickup.
He's fired up.
Rich is fired up. He's getting in their face. This is fun.
He's taunting over there. A little taunting of the youngsters.
I'm not sure they're going to beat them by skill. They might need a little something else in their back pocket.
Yes, they got the intimidation factor and the wisdom.
That's right.
Oh.
He's saying the court's not wide enough. Came over to the booth and said that.
If it was wider, he would just have to run further. It's one of the beauties about pickleball. You don't have to go very far.
Great return.
Beautiful return. Keeping wide.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Come on.
Rick is fired up. That was an amazing sequence right there.
And the whole thing started with the deep return. Gave him a chance to stay in the point against Wyatt. Had a great cut at the end to win the point.
Oh, wow. Tried to rip that corner. Didn't quite make it. He might have ripped something else. I don't know. He's still down. There he is. All right. Well, he did all right there in the front end, but Now down 16-12.
You know, you see that more in singles. You'll see a few more missed serves with players going for serves. You'll see a few more missed returns with players going for bigger returns because it matters more. That's what we saw right there.
And singles is an entirely different ball game. It is, in my opinion, very hard, but a lot of fun, a lot of strategy.
Yep.
Different shots required.
Requires a lot of stretching the next day.
Yes. See if Lee can continue her dominance. There's 1 point right there.
Oh, come on, Lee. Good shot.
Wow. Ivy seems like she's playing a little differently here. I don't know what she's thinking in her game. What do you think's going on over there? Think it's just the end of the night?
You know, I don't know Ivy how much she plays singles or not. I know. You know, I'll talk for myself for a second. I'm a horrible singles player. I'm a much better doubles player. And if you switch over to singles right away, occasionally, that's really difficult. The strategy is different. You might not rep those shots as much.
Yeah, it definitely seems like she was a lot more comfortable playing in the doubles.
Yep. And we got to give Lee credit. Lee just went out there and hit some great shots.
Yeah.
And so I think that had something to do with it too.
100%.
And there's a little pressure. The other three, you know, Wyatt went out there and he kind of crashed through, and Hayden did the same thing. And then, you know, Ivy wants to do the same thing. She's going up against Lee. She struggled a little bit.
You know, it's hard to believe that they are tied up, and Lee Whitwell really seemed to carry that team over there, get them fired up. It's not over yet, but.
Eva said, that is so mean. I agree with her. Come on, Hayden.
Those little droppers right there in the kitchen when you're way back at the line. Sometimes the best shot is to just touch it into the kitchen.
Come on, Eva, get one here.
All right. Hayden Patriquin taking the points here, 19-16.
Oh, needed that one.
All right, 20-16. Game point. Can Rich Thunder Lopez hold on here?
Hey, Ava's fiery. I love watching her play. I mean, she is into it. She's pretty upset right now about those last 4 points. She's a competitor, and she wanted to win, but give it up for Hayden right there. He's a good player as well.
Thanks to all the watch parties going out there. I know we had a watch party going on down at the Villages, where Lee Whitwell is actually from. Thanks for tuning in.
Just missed it wide.
And that is game point match. Dependence. Take down the Depends. The young team here, Young Bucks and ladies, really put on a show tonight. This was some world-class pickleball.
Yeah, so much fun to watch. Some really, really good pickleball. And we're going to finish out with some singles, going back over to Lee.
Well played. Thank you all for coming out tonight. We hope you had a good time. We hope we put on a show for you. And we'll see you next Tuesday. It is MLP month, all month. We'll be showcasing MLP players. Please come out. Come watch. We love you. We thank you. Thanks for letting us invade your evening.
As a reminder, tonight's event was powered by DUPR. If you're wondering if you have a DUPR, then go to DUPR, mydupr.com. You probably have a DUPR score. Download that app and view yourself and your friends' ratings. If you have not yet gotten your plans situated to come to Dreamland or to watch us online for Major League Pickleball June 3rd through the 5th, definitely do that. And definitely join us again next week here at Dreamland For Pickleball Night in America, I'm Clinton Young, and we've got Kyle Kazuta here. Thank you so much for joining me in the booth.
Thanks for having me.
Till next week, have a wonderful week.